It's been a minute. We got a lot to catch up on. I've just kind of fallen off. I lost motivation to post. And it's not even that, it's that I recorded so many videos within like a week span and I just wasn't satisfied with any of them and ended up just being like, maybe I just need a break, you know, ground myself, and then hopefully the inspiration and everything will come again. And, you know, it's frustrating when it feels like it takes forever, but that's kind of what I needed. And then this past week has been I kind of felt like I was starting to slip into a depression, but I don't know. There's also the new moon in Cancer, so I feel like that was a big overlying energy. And so we're moving out of that, and it just feels like a new beginning for me, and I'm trying to release that past energy and just, you know, bring in the new energy, get started again. I was also just kind of satisfied with not doing anything, just being at home with my son, tending to the house, doing stuff outside. And yeah, I just didn't really have the desire to hustle like I had been at the first half of this year. But you know what? I'm gonna get back into it. I'm just gonna film what I feel like filming, when I feel like filming, and when I feel like uploading. But yeah, today I think I'm gonna take Kitten to a new park. There's like a hiking trail there. A bird?
Go.
You want the yogurt?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. We got a kitten. This is Gouda. He's a Lynx Point Siamese. My boyfriend's sister has a colony of feral cats in her backyard that she feeds, and she's working on doing TNR with them. But one of her gray cats back there had him and 2 other kittens. Their dad was a Siamese. We're not sure how old he is, but he's probably between like 10 and 12 weeks. I'm actually really allergic to cats. And a few days after we got him, I had to go to the emergency room at like 3 a.m. because my allergies had turned into bad asthma and I couldn't breathe. And anytime I would like start falling asleep, I'd be jolted awake because I would stop breathing. I guess I was just too relaxed and it was too laborious for me to breathe that I would just stop when I would fall asleep. So I went to the ER. So that's why I'm wiping him down with a dander wipe now, and I'm brushing him. I just try to keep the dander to a minimum. I wash my hands after petting him. We have like an air purifier going, changed out his litter, which I think was the biggest culprit because the litter before was super dusty, and it was like anytime he'd go in there, that's when I would start coughing and just having a bad reaction. But if anyone knows anything about cats, it takes them a few days to get warmed up when you first adopt them. And he's still a little skittish, but he's really come out of his shell a lot more now. I would love to get him another kitten to play with because 2 is better than 1 when it comes to cats, but I just don't want to push my luck with my allergies right now. So for now, he's going to be the only cat, and we'll just give him lots of love, attention, play with him constantly. And Kitten will keep him busy. Kitten, what do you think you're doing? So we drove all the way to this park, and again, Kitten just wants to play in the car. I convinced him to come hiking with me, although I'm holding him. Do you want to get down? You want to run? quesadillas with ground turkey and spinach. I thought we had some beans, but I guess we don't, so hopefully Kitten will eat this. Every meal is hit or miss, so we'll see. Should it be that brown looking? So I recorded a video that I was gonna call "When to Give Up on Goals" or something to that effect, and like I filmed it and I never even looked at it to see if I wanted to edit it or anything. So I'm just gonna touch on it really quickly here, but I came to the realization that some of the goals that I had set for myself were preventing me from progressing, and it was like I had these weird limitations in place for myself because I didn't think I could do certain things until I reached a certain goal, and it was just like these goals were controlling my life and I just wasn't getting anywhere. I hadn't achieved the goals that I had set for myself yet, and it was holding me back. So I came to the realization that sometimes it's good to let go of a goal, and I know like in our society in this day and age, that's kind of like a crazy thing to say. People are so concerned about goals and striving for the best and not giving up and whatnot. But I think there's a lot of power in being able to release those goals and being able to release that mindset and just not be so attached to outcomes, goals, and this idea of leveling up. Like I said, I recorded so many videos and things just weren't feeling right. So at a point, you kind of have to be able to see when things aren't working out and be able to be like, okay, let me put this on pause, reevaluate things, recenter and focus my energy elsewhere, so that I'm able to either come back to these goals or change the goals completely and be okay with that, you know? My biggest goal this year was to get remonetized on YouTube and to be able to grow this channel to a decent size and, you know, make this a full-time job and a career and just devote all my time and energy into it, basically. And that just hasn't been working for me. And, you know, I have a toddler, and they take a lot of work and just emotional energy, just energy overall. And I have to realize that I'm not the person that can do everything. Now with social media and how connected the world is, we see so many people trying to achieve everything, and some people are able to do it. But we have to remember that there's so many people in the world. Like, this is something I've been thinking about a lot this week, kind of like turning into like an existential crisis type thing. There are just so many people. Like, we're at 8 billion now, and to think how many people there have been over time, like, just that number is insane. How many humans have ever existed and how many will continue to ever exist if we don't end up destroying the earth? It's just wild, and you can kind of spiral in that thinking and start believing that you don't matter, you know, what do I have to add? I'm not that important and stuff like that. But I had to come back to realize that, like, it's kind of empowering in a way. I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, but at the same time, I can make my life as cool as I want it to be. I don't need to be getting stressed about all these things, and if things don't work out, like, move on to another thing. So yeah, I did kind of get caught up in how insignificant I felt I was, and there's no point in me posting anything because there's millions of people doing the same thing and I have nothing to contribute. But even if that is true, like, so I'm still gonna do it just to do it, just because it's something to do, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this, but all I want to say is if you have a goal and it's preventing you from happiness trying to reach this goal, you know, and it comes with all these limitations on things you can't do until you've reached that goal, maybe it's time to reevaluate and possibly give up that goal or just have a mindset shift on it and figure something else out. We're on this rock floating around in infinite space, we're just vibing. Let's have fun. Let's not stress so much about things. And it sucks that there are things that we do kind of have to stress about because of the way things are set up here for us that people have put in place. It's kind of stupid. But yeah, let's just try to have the most fun we can while we're here for this short time. Keen's teething pretty bad, and he just has his hand in his mouth right now, so I'm gonna give him ice cream, a little pre-dinner snack. I feel bad, and you know, I don't want to be giving him Tylenol constantly, so having a cold sweet treat is always nice for the little teethers. You want ice cream? Yeah. And I might as well make myself a root beer float, because that's been like the perfect summer drink this year. I've honestly had more root beer floats this month than I have in the past like 5 years. Is that good? Mm. So I have all these sunflowers here, and not all of them were a success. So I want to kind of rearrange them so they'll be more filled in once they do come in. So I'm going to move this one over here to the middle right here, and hopefully it won't die. But it's the smallest one, so I don't want to risk like moving a big one. So we'll see how that goes. Huh? Okay.